everybody, welcome back to RachandBella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're all well. So today, for today's video, I have got you a twofer, which is a 2-for-1. So we're going to be doing two projects in one video today. So the first part of our project today is to make some horizontal clusters, and I will show you in a little while then what we're going to be doing with them. So I've done some vertical ones to kind of give you the idea of the style that we're going to be looking at and the way in which they're going to be built up together. But as I say, we're going to be doing ours today now on a horizontal what do you call it? You know, I can't think what the word I'm looking for is, but that way anyway. So that's the ones that I did on the vertical. But let's have a look at some on the horizontal. So what I have done is I had a load of these like paper scraps that I'd left over from cutting out bits of ephemera that I backed with this paper. So obviously there was like envelopes in the middle of it and one thing and the other. And I've also then gone on and stuck a piece of book page on the top of them all. So they're all ready to go. But I'm going to be working on them like this, well, probably possibly that way or that way, okay? Now, the next step that we're going to do, after we've put our book page onto our paper scraps, here's some I made earlier, is to add on some brightly coloured trims and laces. So what I have done, I've got a little selection here, some that I've already done. So I've put some of my boho fabrics onto the back of this one here and the back of that one there, and then I've just run a trim of some really bright shiny laces over the top. And this one here, I put the boho fabric onto the front and I've overlaid with a section of lace. So you don't need to watch me make bits of paper on paper, and you don't need to watch me put the lace onto the snippet. You all know how to do these things. Right, so what we're going to do next now is we're just going to build some little bits and pieces onto the front. Now, I've taken the freebies and I've cut them down. So, you know, we did these on the weekend, and they are on our coffee page. If you want to go and download those for free, they are there. But what I've done is I've cut them down. So I've got lots of these little little images now, and I thought we could use these then to decorate our snippety cluster things, and then we can utilize those in another project. At some point in the next minute or two, I'm going to sneeze. I do apologize. I can feel it building. My nose is falling. It's really pollen-y here today. I've also got a selection of words from the kit, and I have got some of these sayings, and of course the images of the Bohemian Beauties, these little pictures here. So they will be perfect. Right, so let's have a quick look now, and let's just build some of these up together. Look at the sizes of what we've got here, and just basically try to make something that looks very beautiful. You may want to ink around things as you go in, just to kind of help them to pop out off the snippet. And I just find a little bit of ink around these, it just really makes them even more boho and makes them really pop. I think perhaps we'll pop that one on there. That's upside down, isn't it? Yes, that's the sky there, Rachel. Ah, the beach, my favourite place to be. Just never seem to get there these days. Every time I plan a beach day, something goes wrong. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll get there one day. Right. It's a perfect day as well for today. It is so hot out there. Our poor puppy had a upset tummy this morning. I think that's because of the heat. But it makes people feel funny, doesn't it? And makes people do funny things. So you've got to be really careful when it gets like this. It doesn't happen very often here, so when it does happen, we're just hopeless in the UK, because we're not very good with snow, and we're not very good with heat, because we're just used to damp, miserable weather. I think we can cope with that. We know what to do with that. But when the summer comes, we're like, oh yeah, how do we live through this again? Because it only happens for like a week or two, and then it'll disappear again. Then, you know. So we put that one on there. Have that little travelling caravan. Maybe pop that there. So she's journaling. And then we'll perhaps pop a saying on there. What have we got here? The greatest freedom is to be yourself. Where's my scissors? And then what's that? Nature is where we connect ourselves with our creator. That's a nice one. Let's just straighten that up there. my sloppy, speedy cutting. There we go. So perhaps we'll pop that one on there because we've got the flowers on there, so that's nature, isn't it? We'll have the freedom to be ourselves with the books and the caravan. And then this here, I'm going to put this lovely lady on this one here with the these images. They don't need to all fit on, so to speak, if that makes sense. You know, they can hang off or what have you, that's fine. And then we'll have whimsical, I think, on this one. There we go. So I hope you're all enjoying the collaboration. Who did we have yesterday? Well, yesterday we had the lovely Nathalie from LineDotArrow. I hope you've checked out her video. I know Bella's already done one of what she made. She did, I'm going to get this wrong now, the name of it, but, you know, like things, spinning things to go inside. I think she did like I know Bella did like a bag with hers. But yes, go and check them out because they are very, very clever. And then today you've got Shonna from Frapps and Scraps. I haven't watched her video yet because I've not long got up, but I will be whizzing over to check that out very soon. And I know she will bring us something delightful, as she always does. And then tomorrow you've got the lovely Sheva from Berrymix Journals. She's also another member of our design team. So yes, lots of excitement, and I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you're crafting along. It's lovely to see all of the all your images and pictures in our Facebook group, and it's just so lovely to see all of your Bohemian crafts. It all looks very vibrant and bright over there at the moment. I'm loving it. And we are just putting together the last minute plans for the retreat, which is a week after next. Very excited about that too. I have a couple of places left and a couple of day tickets left. If anybody does want to join us, you're very welcome to. The door is still open. Oop. Got too much glue on that one, right? It's gone right through. Never mind, that's all right. We'll be putting that through the sewing machine when it's dry. So leave that one there for a second. Let's just pop these ones on here now. Perhaps a little less glue this time, missus. Overestimated that then. I love doing these. I actually made those other ones, sat in front of the TV the night before last. And they're very relaxing, gotta be said. So this is a TV lap project, if you're looking for one of those, or a garden lap project, if you're looking for one of those. Because I know I did a lot of my craft last week out sat in the garden. So, yeah, that's always good to find a few projects that we can do that with, isn't it? Right, okay, so here we go. Let's just quickly glue this down. This is one of those tasks that you really don't want to overthink. Just get it on there. Make sure it's glued down properly, obviously, but just get it on there. Because the quicker you can get it down, the more you can get done then, isn't there? And then we can have lots of fun with them then. So I need to get these 4 done, because I'm going to show you in a minute then how we're going to use them when I show you project number 2. So we are now on today 90, day 90 and 91. That's what these projects are going to be for today. My apologies, I missed one yesterday. We had a family emergency, but back at it today. And I thought, I know, I'm going to give them 2 today because we're doing so well. And we're nearly there. The end is in sight. Yes. I'll be honest with you, I think this has been one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But it just helped me to kind of stick with something, you know, because I am a bit of a flitter. And it's helped me to kind of get my brain to just try and stay on plan with the 100 Days project. So, and those days where I haven't really felt like getting up and doing anything. Sorry, by getting up I mean coming in my craft room, you know, and doing any crafting. It's made me do that, so I'm very grateful for that. good to have some purpose, isn't it? Ooh, there we are. Put that down there. It all jumps all over the place. And I put another little butterfly here. Shall I pop it there? I think so. Yes, that'll do. That'll do nicely. There we go. And I just need a word for this one. And I'm going to go with artistic, I think. There we go. Okay. Ooh. There we are. Right. So that's the words done. That's the, what are these called? Cluster strips done. Snippet strips. I don't know what we're going to call them. I'm going to have to call them something. I'll think of something before I put the name on the video. Right, let me just move this out the way a minute. I'm going to just quickly stitch and then we will move on to part 2. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so on to part 2. So this is the next project that we're going to be doing today. And this is a flip notebook. And I'm going to do it using some of my boho papers, some of my stencil papers, and we're going to use the envelopes. So basically you take the envelope that you've got here. I'm going to show you on this one here, like so. You fold down the envelope flap as deep as you like. It all depends how big you want your notelet to be. And then you grab your selection of papers. So I've got a couple of different ones here. If they're too long, just fold the top over, I would, because it all gets stitched in and it just adds, you know, it's better than just wasting the paper as well, isn't it? But you can always, you know, there's an extra flap there then, isn't it? Let's have a section of this. So again, fold that over there so I can tuck up into that. Set. And then what other paper did I use? Let's have a section of this. Now this I am going to trim down because this is quite large. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to pop that one behind that one, I think, like so. Let me try and stagger them across, we will. And then I've got some of this what is this called? Ledger paper. I'm going to pop a sheet of that in there like that. And then I'm going to use one of my stencils and pop that in there like so. Let's pop it that way actually. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is take some washi tapes. So I've got a couple of nice vibrant washi tapes here, and I'm going to just add some tape to the bottom of these pages, just to add a little bit of interest to them. There we go. There we go. So we've just got a little bit of colour and what have you. And then a piece of this one here, that can go on there. It just gives some focal points then to the pages. And then what other one was I going to use? Oh, let's have a bit of this gold one, shall we? Okay, because it's all about the bling, isn't it? You see, it's all about the bling with our boho. So we're going to just try and add it in whatever way that we can. Obviously, you can put bits of fabric in your. Oh gosh, I'm just looking here. This is the cleaning cloth out of my glasses case. That's a very nice bit of fabric for a boho, that is, isn't it? Yes. Oh, I'm going to keep my eye on that. I don't know why that's dumped over there, but I've obviously eyed it up. And I'm just going to pop a bit of this one, I think, then on here. There we go. Okay, so that will then tuck under there. And I do need to just ink around the edge of this, because we want it to really, you know, pop out, don't we? Because it's the forefront and centre part of our notelet. And then perhaps it'd be good to just ink around the top there as well, just to really help bring that on. Okay, and I'm going to tuck that up in there. And then I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine and I'm going to just stitch across the top here. So I shall be back in a second. Okay, so I'm going to just do 2 more smaller ones so we have a few to work with. So again, we're going to just fold this down like so. And this one here, is this a bit big maybe? Yeah, let's just trim that edge off there. And then I'll just fold the top of that over as well, so that's fine. And then this one, how much longer is that one? Again, I'm just going to fold the top over on that one. We'll tuck that up under there. Very nice. That one there. Might actually get 2 out of this one. There we go. Tuck that up under there like so. There we go, we've got 2 lengths there. And then I've got this one here. I can pop over there like that. And then just pop that one under there as well. A light one on the top just to bring up the colour in. And then again we'll just take some of our washi tapes and just jazz it all up a little bit, because I think that really, you know, brings about the colours. And oops, a bit straight, Rachel. Less haste, more speed. So there's one bit in there that's got to just do its own thing. Come on now, washi, don't let me down now. There we go. And then we'll put a bit down there like so. And then let's put a bit on that little tiny. I've got a little miniature one here that I was working on. So I'm going to just put that on there. There we go. And then perhaps we'll have a bit of gold then across the bottom of the pink one. One. And 2. Right, there we are. Right, I'm going to just stitch these and then I'm going to show you then how these 2 projects go together. Okay, so I have put all my little notelets together now. They've all got little bits of washi on them just to kind of jazz them up a bit. And now we're going to utilise the snippets that we've made. So what we're going to do is we're going to add them like this, which is why we've done them on the horizontal, as we say. Splash of glue, because we want them coming off. And then pop them on the top. Wow, that has just transformed our notebook, don't you think? Let's have a look now. See if that one will go. Oh yes, I like that one on there. On that one on there. That's too big for that one, so we'll pop this one on here. And this is 2 lovely, quick and easy projects for you today, guys. Keep you all out of trouble. And it won't take you too long. And like I say, you can do this sitting in the garden, wherever. I mean, if you're going visiting for coffee, chuck your scrappy bits in your bag, and you can do this while you're sat chatting with a friend. In fact, get your friend to help. Say, come on, let's make some notelets together. There we go. Put that on there. Gosh, don't they look fabulous? I think that looks brilliant. Now, what I've also done, glue everywhere now. What I've also done with these is, and I need to just find something a minute to give you an example. So I'm hoping I've got one of those, one of the notelets in here, because there's journal cards. Oh, that might be the right width actually. Let's try these. Maybe not, maybe a bit too big. Oh, we'll make it work. Anyway, on the back, I've turned the flaps around. So, if you want to, you can slide in. Let me just trim this down a minute. A journal card. Behave, will you? There we go. And you can have a secret little notelet then in the back. How cool is that? I love these envelopes. They're so versatile. And I rarely use them as envelopes, but I just think they're a marvellous shape. Now, this one I actually printed with the note paper on the back. That's how I had those scraps that I used to make these bits. So, you know, we can write on that as well. But I think these are marvellous. And you can pop those anywhere, and they're going to look fantastic in the journal. And I'll just show you. So if you've got your journal page, especially if you've got like a coffee dye page, or if you've got a white page even, and you can then take the notelet like so, and then flip it like this over the page. So on the one side you will have beautiful decoration, and then on the other side you will have a notelet, and obviously the thing will lift out then, but I think that looks rather nice on the top of that page there. I know it's a little long, but that's okay. By the time we got all our trims and everything else, you could also make some orientation. That's the word I was looking for earlier. The opposite orientation. You could also make some and use your long ones, your verticals, and then pop them into the page like so. And have them flapping across the bottom bit there, but obviously you would put a vertical snippet on the end of there, but just have that sitting at the bottom of the page, and I think that looks very cute. And like I say, of course, on the other side you've still got that, and if you wanted to, you could pop something into there as well. So super versatile, super cute, definitely boho. But have a go. So that's 2 projects in one for you today there, guys. That's number 90 and number 91. I hope you have fun. Don't forget to post your photographs onto the Facebook group, and tag in the 100 Days Rab, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll speak to you all later. Take care now. Bye bye.